Hello everyone and welcome. Today's cards are some new product from Rosie's studio that you can find over at the Spellbinders shop, and we're going to go through the products. So I've got a 6x6 paper pad, and it's got 40 sheets with 20 designs and 6 foiled pages in it. And this set by Rosie's studio is called Jubilee. So this is a 6x6 pattern paper. It is acid free. And I'm just giving you a flip through at this, and we're going to be using this floral here with till, and it's got gold foil on it. And then we have also got the chipboard embellishments here, and this is fun. It is 2 pages worth of it, front and back, and there's big and small pieces. We've got butterflies, lots of birthday type of things. In addition to that, we have got the die-cut cardstock sentiments, and there are 176 pieces in this, so there's something to choose from. I also have the sticker book, and it's 6 sheets of paper, clear and washi stickers. There's over 150 stickers, and they're really pretty, and everything coordinates beautifully. So I'm just going to do a little flip through of that. We are going to actually make a couple of quick cards today. In fact, this is a relatively short video with 2 cards. Just a super fun set. There are also some butterfly and bow embellishments, and it contains 1 sheet, and you basically get 8 pieces, and then you have the, there's also the puffy stickers, and we have got another pack of die-cut cardstock ephemera, and there are 132 pieces in that. And then you can also pick up the 12 by 12 designer papers as well if you want to do some scrapbooking, or you can certainly cut this down into manageable pieces for your cards. Now I am needing to make actually 3 50th wedding anniversary cards, and we're going to make one of them with this today. Today in the mail, I got my Market Crates 3D embossing folder, which is the embossing folder of the month of April. And it came in the mail today, and I thought, I need a white background. Let's just use this embossing folder. And it gives it really good texture. It's basically looks like crates. It's not going to matter because not much of it's going to show on my card, but it's going to give me some texture, which is definitely what I wanted. So we've got that on there. It kind of looks like, almost like crates or crate drawers. It almost looks like there's a notch, like a handle. And then I have taken an older set that I have that I absolutely love, and it is called Bold Numbers. And I have taken the Spellbinders metallic gold treasured cardstock, and I have die cut out 50. And I cut up the packaging for that embossing folder of the month, and here's the TH, and the TH for this came from the classy number set. I'll show that to you as well. I love using these 2 sets together. Now this has smaller numbers that you could use, but it had the TH in there and I needed it, so I pulled it out. But anyway, it's a great set to use for, birthdays. So this is going to be a 50th anniversary. I've got the piece that I die cut the 50th out of. Here you can see I've got those layers. That's from the packaging from the embossing folder. I just die cut those out 3 more times and layered them up, so we've got good thick numbers. And I'm just going to use this piece that I cut those numbers out of to lay my pattern paper on, and we're just going to use that to frame out our beautiful pattern paper. And this, like I said, has a gold foil on it, and it's just really pretty. So we'll get this laid down on our mirrored cardstock here and try to get a nice little frame around it. And then we'll get to assembling the rest of the elements of our card. Now this panel here, I think it is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, I believe is what it is. And we're just going to get it laid down on there. And then our next panel is, I think, probably 3 3/4 by 5. And we're just going to layer these up on our embossed panel, just about dropped it. And I'm going to actually get one of my 50th anniversary cards made today. I'm excited about that. I need to make 2 more. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to shop my stash and see what I have. We'll probably put some 50s on there. I could use those classy numbers in the smaller size for the next card and put the 50th on there. It's just so much fun to put the 50th on there when it's a 50th anniversary. That is just amazing. And 50th is gold, and so that's why I choose to use the gold foil and these white with gold foiled flowers. I'm going to pair it on there and the gold leaves, the white and gold leaves, and we're just going to make this a golden 50th wedding anniversary with our elements that we've chosen here. Now this is kind of how I'm going to position them on there. I'm going to have the 50th, and I'm going to put the TH over the 0, and we're just going to get all of this laid down on there. And I think it'll be super fun. Now let me see. My husband and I will be married 36 years. We've been together 40 years. So, wow, that's a long time. Anyway, I can't believe I'm saying that. It just is amazing how time flies. We don't feel that old, but I guess we are getting older. Anyway, so I'm going to get my 0 laid down on here. It is not completely straight. I'll straighten it up here. There we go. I'll try and straighten it up. Now with the mirrored cardstock, you've got to, I'm rubbing off my fingerprints and any little glue bits that are on there. Now I want to nestle this 5 over it. And so I know I need to put some foam on the left side of my 5 so that I can kind of help level it out when I nestle it over my 0. So I'm just going to bring in some of these small, these are just 1 millimeter foam squares, and I've got my craft tool, my new tool. It's the poke piece that was in the new tool set, and I'm using it. And we're just going to get some of this foam laid down on there, and it will help just keep our 5 level with the 0 that's going to be tucked underneath it. And so I'll just use 3 pieces of foam, and then we'll come back in and put some glue on there and get it laid down on there. Now, my pastor's wife said that her mother wondered if I could make some 50th anniversary cards for her, and I said, sure. So I need to get them made, and this is one of them. So we'll get some glue on here, and then we'll get it layered up. I think it's going to be a pretty one. When I've used these numbers before, I've had a lot of fun with them and did some distressing and did kind of craft cardstock and really had some fun. There is a press plate that has the big bold numbers on it as well, and you can really have some fun with it. I have really loved this set. I did my dad's one of my dad's birthday cards with it, and I put the year, I think it was, I forget, 1939, I think, put it on there, and then I put his age on there one year and had a lot of fun, did a distressed and made a real kind of a manly, masculine card, and it was super fun. But I really love this set. I think you can still pick it up in the shop. I'll link it if you can, but it is well worth the money to have these big, bold numbers, as well as those classy numbers. Because I've just went to them time and time again. Now I needed a little bit of glue on there, and so I was just tucking a little bit of glue in. I'm getting my 50 laid down on there nice and firm, and just kind of cleaning off any glue. Now we're going to get our floral elements laid down. This big one, and the leaves, I'm going to just glue them flat, and then I've got some other ones. There are multiple pieces in the set, so you can definitely layer these up. I'm going to lay this one down. I'm going to put the big one down, and then I'm going to bring some flowers in that are just like the single flowers, and I'm going to put some foam tape between them and pop them up, and we'll have a little bit of dimension and some layers with our florals, and it won't be so flat. Of course, we've got some good dimension with that 50 because I've got basically, I don't know, 3 or 4 layers there with the cardboard that I used. So I'm just going to try and line this floral up with it, and I don't get it right, but it doesn't matter. They can be layered like that, and we'll get it laid down on there. I just have one of those small foam squares underneath it, and we're just going to give it a push, and I've got some more flowers off to the side. I'm just going to bring in what I've got. I guess I've got another small flower, and we're going to just cluster it up there. And I think we've got a really pretty 50th anniversary card. Now, I did grab a piece of the chipboard, and it says congrats, and it's in black with gold. And I just thought the black would really stand out on here because we've got, the teal, the white, and the gold, and I thought the black would just really stand out with the congrats. So I'm just tucking it over the TH on our 50th. And then there's also a black and gold circle that says love. And I'm just going to position it down here at the bottom of the 0. And I think those two little black elements will look nice on that. And so you've just got a lot to work with this Rosie Studio set. So you can just bring a lot of stuff in. Now I took a strip of the paper, the teal gold foil paper, and I also took a strip of the metallic gold that I had cut off the bottom of my panel, and I just layered them up. And I'm going to add this as a decorative element to the inside of the card. And so we'll just get it laid down there. I'll give it a good press. And then there is also, I'm going to bring in the sticker set, and included in it is Let's Celebrate. And so I'm going to pull off that Let's Celebrate, and this is going to be the sentiment on the inside of our card. So I'm just carefully pulling it off. Had to get it to release there in the corner. And then we're just going to try and get it laid down as nice as we can on the inside of our card. So we've got some decorative pieces in here, but it's still going to be nice and flat for the inside of the card. With that Let's Celebrate laid down on there. And then I'm going to remember that off to the side, I've got a little heart that has a gold trim around it until, and I'm going to layer it up on our gold, and I think it'll just add a nice little touch to the inside of the card. And and I decided to bring in some enamel dots. These are from Spellbinders. I don't know I think they're called Topaz. And I'm just going to put some in the centers of our florals here. And I think it'll just add a little bit of extra interest, and it brings some color into them. It kind of ties that background panel into the florals that we've put on top of it. So I used 2 medium-sized ones and then a small one on the smallest flower. And I think that'll finish off our card nicely. And so we'll just get those aside and just take a look at it. I think it's really pretty. It's got a lot of shine on it. The inside is finished. And I did finish the envelope on this. I will show you when I do the reveal on the second one, because we'll finish the envelope for it on camera, and then I'll show you the envelope that I did. So I'm just bringing in 3 more pieces of the pattern paper. This is green, and it looks like it has water spots on it. Then we've got the butterflies, and then we've got a cute little... This is just a little, I don't know, it's just a little checked pattern, and it's super dainty. And so we're just going to layer our panels up. I'm going to start out with a A2 size panel with the green, and it is, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we'll just get it laid down on our card base here. And you can see it kind of looks like... almost like distressed oxide when you add water to it is exactly what this panel looks like. And it had kind of more of a blue on the other side of it, but I wanted to have kind of the watercolor look on the whole thing, so I kind of cut the darker blue edge off and kept the kind of water spot areas. You won't see much of this because I am layering this 4 1/4 by 4 by 5 1/2 on here, and so you're just going to see that edge. So I guess I covered up most of it, but I thought it was pretty. Anyway, so we've got our butterflies in all of the colors, and we're just going to get a nice little border on here and get it laid down, and then we'll bring in some more layers. And I needed some birthday cards, so I'm going to make a birthday card with this, and this is a fantastic set for birthday because the little foam pieces, you've got all of the birthday elements. You've got happy birthday in pink, white, and blue, and you've got best wishes in pink, hot pink, white, and teal. And then you've also got a lot of numbers so that you can add birthday on there, And you've got your ST for first, your RD for third, and your ND for second, and your TH for fourth or whatever. And so this is a great set for that. Lots of celebrate. And this says, I'm bringing in a vellum folder, and I'm using that new playful stitched panels from Spellbinders, and I brought in the little one. and I die cut it out in vellum, and I'm laying from our sentiments. I've got Hip Hip Hooray and Celebrate, and I'm just going to lay it on this little vellum piece that is super cute, and I love the pink, and I thought it was fun that it had the gold on there and the pink, and then I've got this Celebrate that has pink background with the gold Celebrate, and I'm going to bring in some foam squares and just pop it up. And then, of course, we're going to bring in some more butterflies because we've got that butterfly background panel. And we are going to use one of the bows from the Bow and Butterfly embellishments. And they've got a lot of dimension on them. So I am fighting with these stickers. The one rolled up on me, and so I was trying to get it to unroll. And we're going to get this laid down on there. And then this is going to give us an area to add the glue to our vellum to where you won't see it. And then we're going to bring in some stickers that are additionally going to help kind of cover up any glue that we have. So I'm just pressing the glue down that I put on the back of that. And then we'll just lay some glue down here behind our, our sentiments so that you won't see them. And then we're going to get this laid down on here. And it's a simple card, but it's really pretty. So we'll press that down. My husband has been blowing his nose in the background, so I don't know if you'll hear it or not. He always has seasonal allergies pretty bad. So I'm going to grab one of the bows, and this is the blue one. It's kind of teal blue, and it's real pretty, and these are very dimensional. And there is a fun, in the kind of chipboard sticker piece, there is a little tag that is a butterfly. It's got the little hole in it where you can put some string in it. So I brought in some of the Spellbinders gold twine and created a bow there. And I'm sticking that little butterfly down on the blue bow. And then I'm going to bring in another butterfly sticker, which I've used my anti-static powder and took the sticker out of it. And then I added a little foam square to it so that I could have some dimension. And now I'm taking a scrap of the paper that was left over from the pattern paper that we used, and I found a sentiment that says happy birthday, and it's scalloped. It's got a straight edge on the top and a scalloped on the bottom, and I thought it was super cute, and I thought I would pair it up and bring some more blue in, and we're going to put it on the inside of our card, and this is going to be our decorative sentiment on the inside of our card. And I'm trying to do better about finishing off the insides of my cards. So we'll get this laid down on there. And then I'm going to show you how I decorated the envelope for the first one, because we're going to do the envelope for this one the same. And it's a beautiful day, so the motorcycles are out, if you heard that. They actually are having a car show in town, which I already went to. Took my dad and my grandson, and we got some fair food, and we got to look at the cars, and my grandson got to play on the playground equipment, and everybody had fun. And then we got home, and I'm finishing off this card. So I just took my Spellbinders corner rounder, and I rounded the corners of this strip, and this is the base layer pattern paper that I had, and I'm going to lay it down on the outside of my envelope and just make the outside of it look pretty. And I did this with the first card as well, and I'll show you that when we do kind of the reveal here in the end. But I think it's nice to add that element. It'd be fun to put something on the front as well too, and I did contemplate that, but I didn't do that. So anyway, we've got our envelope with our little back panel. It matches beautifully. I think it's super cute. And then we've got our 50th anniversary card, and I did take that foiled floral and put it on the back of the envelope, and I think they're just super fun. So here's a close-up picture of both of them. If you like, consider hitting that like. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to welcome you to my channel. Thanks for watching, and here's a couple more videos you can check out.